Hi guys, it's Couponing Stacy here, and as you probably saw from the title of this video, I am finally doing my CVS rant. Now, if you guys saw my CVS haul video, it was almost 3 weeks ago at this point that this all happened. You might have seen in the comments below that I had issues at the store and I ended up finding a new CVS to shop at. I really didn't discuss this much in the video. I mentioned it very briefly and I talked about it more in depth in the comments, but you guys are under no obligation to be scrolling through my comments all the time, so I know a lot of you missed what happened, and this has been by far my most requested video ever, and I thought about not even doing it, and you guys really wanted me to talk about it, so that is what I am doing today. As I say with any rant or negative video, if you don't enjoy these kind of videos where I am saying bad things about the stores, bad things that happened to me, just complaining overall, then this is probably not the video for you, and I will see you for my matchup video instead. But if you do like these kind of videos, or you're just really curious what happened, then you can stay tuned. Now, like I said, this was a while ago, so the details might be a little hazy, but I will tell it as best as I can. Now, really this started before that, but my big incident was 3 weeks ago. It was on February 21st, I believe was the exact date. But the week or two before that, I had issues when I was trying to do my midnight shopping, where the supervisor, not a manager, but a supervisor, was in charge of the night shift, and he was telling me he wouldn't take any expired coupons and override anything. So I stopped doing midnight shopping and I had gone to the store the next morning, and the manager at the time was incredibly helpful. But since then I've had another bad experience involving two managers, so I stopped shopping there entirely. So what happened was I went and I did my whole regular transaction at the store, and I had a bunch of coupons, and I always hand my coupons one or two at a time. And so I had a regular cashier doing this for me who is very nice, and I have apologized to her since this happened because I know I get a little angry when things don't go as planned or when I feel like I'm being mistreated. So she wasn't doing anything wrong, she was doing her job, and I understand this. I just want to put that out there first. So she scanned all my coupons, and one coupon when she hit total was rejected, and I think she just bypassed that, didn't do anything, so she had to call the manager over to see what to do about this coupon that was being rejected. And because she had hit total or like already rejected the coupon, he couldn't see which one was being rejected, and I was being told they would have to re-ring the transaction, which I was 100% okay with. Like, I know that they need to find out what coupon is being rejected to see if they're going to take it or not. So as he's re-ringing it, he's telling me though that I can't use my CVS coupon and a manufacturer coupon because it was going to total more than the transaction, and I asked him would he lower it, the value of one of the coupons, and he told me no, which if you guys read and know the CVS policy, that is the policy. And he in general has told me that I've seen this guy before. He's told me before that they won't allow me to use a CVS and a manufacturer coupon. Again, this is specifically in the policy. A lot of the things I'm upset about with this CVS are them breaking the corporate policy, and their reasoning basically being like, I'm management and I have official say, which I don't think is okay in the end. So he's telling me this, and I'm clearly getting aggravated with him, and he is the associate manager at this store, which I'm not going to say what store it is. It's a CVS store in Chicago. You guys know I live in Chicago. That's as specific as I'm going to get. I'm not going to call the store out more than that. So the manager who's in charge of the entire store hears that I'm getting upset with him and he's getting upset with me, and she's just like, whatever he says is it. And she looks over and sees that I have printed coupons that had scanned just fine, by the way. She sees those and she goes, we don't take those coupons. Like, no further explanation. And then she walks to the back of the store. Now, this lady and I have a history of not getting along the best. I don't always tell you guys every bad thing that happens in CVS because, like, you don't need to know all that. You guys are here for deals for the most part. But since you guys are wanting to hear the story, I am just going to tell you everything. The first time I met this lady was I walked in the store, and I guess it was, you know, I'm known as a couponer there. I'm there every Sunday, but I met her and I walked in the door. I don't even think I had coupons in my hand, but I might have. And she goes, 4 light coupons, no more than 4 light coupons, which 99% of the time I'm not using more than 4 light coupons at CVS anyway. I only buy 4 papers per week. I might print more than that, but generally I'm not using more than 4 anyway. So I didn't have an issue with that. But that's literally how I met this girl, was her like scolding me as I walk into the door at CVS. So we've had a rough history. Her and I just like don't ever see eye to eye. She clearly doesn't like couponers, and I am a couponer, and she is not nice to me, so I don't like her back because she's rude to me in the first place for simply having coupons. Like, I don't think that's how you treat customers. You get reimbursed for those coupons. I follow the corporate policy. I'm not doing anything wrong, so I don't know why she treats couponers like dirt. And I know it's not just me. I found this out more recently, that other couponers who go to the CVS also get treated this way. Someone said that she tried to limit them to 4 extra care bucks per person, which is crazy. Like, that is like cash. Like, I don't know why you would limit how many someone could use of those. That's just, oh, she's so ridiculous. But yes, so she walks into the back after she just, you know, barks over there, whatever he's saying is it, and you can't use your printed coupons. So I'm talking to this associate manager more, and he's like, we can't take it. And I was like, well, can I talk to her? So he goes and gets her, and she's like, what do you need? Like, he already told you all of this. So I'm explaining to her, I'm like, well, you know, it's rejecting one of these, but like, I bought the right products. And she's like, well, we don't override. She was like, I will personally ring this for you and stuff. And I was like, okay. And she was like, but I'm not taking these coupons. And it was the printed ones. I was like, then I'm not going to shop at the store. Like, so I grabbed my coupons back and I walked out of the store at that point. So that was what happened that day. But furthermore, in that conversation, she also had told me that they were getting more strict about the, like, you know, printed coupons and the overriding. Generally, the overriding was a lot of her main point. They're strict about the overriding. They don't override anymore because of couponers. And she was like, I don't mean you, but like, I'm a couponer and I'm there every week. I feel like she obviously meant me. Even if she really, truly didn't mean me, the way she was talking to me made me feel like that comment was directed at me. But I follow the policy. I don't do anything wrong at that store. Yes, I do frequently have issues with coupons that don't scan properly. Those are mainly the CVS coupons, and I have figured out on my own that I think these coupons aren't scanning because they are expired. These are always the CVS coupons. I don't have problems with manufacturer coupons. I think their register has stopped taking expired CVS coupons and they don't want to override them. But I've been told by managers before, and when I went back in after that midnight run, I was confirmed with a manager that they take expired CVS coupons up to 2 weeks. So I've never been told otherwise. That is just personally what I think is going on, that expired CVS coupons are being rejected by the system and they don't want to override them. Now, that's fine as long as I can adjust to that. Again, I would like to be officially told that even by this head honcho mean lady. But I've never been told that. She was arguing with me while I was there. Like, she was raising her voice at me. I was raising my voice back at her. I was arguing with all 3 of them. Like, I feel like the cashier, the associate manager, and this head manager. And I don't generally like to argue with people. I'm not confrontational. But when it comes to my money and you not treating me like a human being because I have coupons in my hand, like, that doesn't fly with me. So, you know, my solution was really just to leave that store, though. I shopped at somewhere else. I had completed 1 transaction at that store already, and I had 2 more to do, so this is my second one. So I just took back my coupons. I Google mapped another CVS, and I went there, and I am officially shopping there. They are not a 24-hour. They open at 8 a.m., but that works okay for me. The last 2 weeks I've been there now, I've seen the same manager, and he has been awesome. And I will continue to shop there. Like, that is my new CVS. This is my solution to the problem. I did call corporate, in case you're wondering. That was the other part of this. I did call corporate. I wanted to let them know what happened, how I was treated, because the issue at the end of the day wasn't that they wouldn't take my coupons, it's how I was treated in the process. Like, you shouldn't be raising your voice at a customer, even if I was screaming at the top of my lungs, which I wasn't. I can acknowledge that I did raise my voice, that I wasn't the nicest person to them back, but I wasn't screaming at them. But even if I was, I feel like you are a customer service job. It's part of your job to be respectful to me no matter what I am doing to you. Like, unless I punch you in the face, then we've crossed the line, which I'm also never going to do that. It's not that serious ever. But I was being argumentative because I'm following policy. I don't feel like you get to raise your voice at me back, like, just because you don't like that I'm not accepting what you're telling me. And I still don't accept what they told me. That's why I'm shopping somewhere else, because what they told me isn't true. The coupons don't have to be limited. They do take printed coupons. You can use a CVS and a manufacturer coupon. You can technically get overage. It's in the policy not to, but you can technically get overage. And even if they weren't going to, they are supposed to lower the value of the coupon. Like, I'm not going to shop at a store that won't follow the corporate policy. I'm going to go somewhere else. Like, if you don't want my money, I'll take it somewhere else. My new store is located in a bad part of Chicago, but I don't feel unsafe shopping there. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm unsafe. I don't feel unsafe shopping there early in the morning, and I actually feel better with my money going there. It's going to a not so nice part of Chicago, so hopefully, like, putting my money there can help build that area up. Like, I'd always like to help an area that needs help than like a stuck-up store in a nicer part of Chicago. Like, I don't need that. They clearly don't need my money. I'll take it elsewhere. So though, calling corporate. So I called corporate the Monday after it happened because they're not open on weekends, and I was told that I would get a call back in 24 to 48 hours from the district manager, because it was the store manager that I had a problem with, so obviously I can't get help from the store. But on Wednesday, I got a call from that store manager anyway, and she was just like, this is blah, blah, blah from CVS, like, you called corporate, how can I help you? And I was like, well, weren't you the one I spoke to on Sunday? And she was like, no, you spoke to him, associate manager, and I just came over and helped you after. So in my head, I was just like, so I did speak to you. But I didn't say this. I was just like, oh, corporate told me that the district manager was going to call me. How can I get him to call me? And she told me to call back to corporate. So that is what I did, and it took a week and a half to hear back from him. I was supposed to get a call in 24 to 48 hours. No, not a week and a half, sorry. It took one full week. So I called again on Wednesday, and I didn't hear back until the following Wednesday. And this was the most unproductive phone call in my entire life. He clearly had spoken to her first, which is fine if he's wanting to get the full story, but I don't think he got the full story. Clearly what she told him was she wouldn't override coupons, and I was upset about that, which was a very small part in the whole situation. But me talking to this district manager, he really didn't care what I had to say. I started off and I told him the full story, like all the coupons they wouldn't take, that I was spoken to rudely, that I feel like I'm not welcome to shop in that store anymore, which is totally true, and I stand by that. I still feel not welcome to shop in that store. I do it anyway. I'm not banned from the store. I just don't feel like I'm wanted there, and it makes me really uncomfortable to shop there now. But I'm going to do it anyway if my other CVS is out of an item, or if I need to shop during the week. That CVS that I shopped at weekly before is a few blocks away from where I live. I can go there on the way home, so like I can't drive out to this other CVS during the week. So if I need something during the week, I do have to go to this other one, but generally I don't feel welcome to shop there anymore. She made the situation really uncomfortable. Lines were drawn in the sand between her and I, and it's just not good. And I've seen her since then, and it was really awkward. But so this district manager, I explained this whole situation to him, and he was just like, well, we don't override coupons. That's not something we do. She did the right thing. And I was like, okay, well, but she also like wouldn't allow me to use a CVS and a manufacturer, and she wouldn't allow me to use a printed coupon. He was like, well, if the register doesn't take it, we don't accept it. And I had to explain to him literally like 6 times. I was like, these printed coupons were scanned, and they scanned just fine, but she walked over and saw that I had them and automatically said she wouldn't take them. Like, the problem isn't that those weren't scanning. And he really didn't want to understand this. He over and over and over again was telling me, we don't override coupons. If the register doesn't take it, we don't accept it. And I, at the very end of this 10-minute conversation, had to be like, I understand that you're not going to override coupons, but do you take printed coupons? And he was like, yes, we take printed coupons. And I was like, okay, well, the issue was that she looked at them and didn't want to take these coupons. She didn't even want to try to scan them. So she obviously needs to be retrained on the coupon policy, because that was something else he asked me. He was like, what do you want to do about the situation? And I told him that I wanted her to be retrained on the coupon policy, which I don't really think is going to happen. I don't know what's really happened since then. I think she might have gotten talked to, because since I talked to the district manager was when I've seen this lady again. I saw her on Sunday because I had to go get the Tresemme shampoo there, and she saw me ready to check out. So of course she had to check me out because she wants to make sure that I'm following all of her 1,000 made up rules. So she again was like, well, this coupon isn't scanning, but I'm going to override it for you, even though I told you last time that we don't do that. So it's literally what she said to me. But if you guys use BOGO coupons at CVS, they will reject scanned, but they reject when they're scanned because you have to enter a value, which I don't know if she was realizing that. So the register wasn't actually rejecting it. It just needed her to enter a value, but she took the coupon. I didn't need to argue with her further than that. I don't want to shop at that store anymore. I don't have the energy to argue with her every week. Like I said, I'm going to take my money elsewhere. I'm going to take my business elsewhere. I love this new store. The cashier I've seen every week is wonderful. I hope he never leaves this store because he is amazing and I am happy again. Like, couponing makes me really happy. I don't want to ever have to argue with cashiers. I don't get a kick out of arguing with someone over coupons. Like, I don't want anyone to think that like I'm uppity and I think everyone should take everything. Like, sometimes if something doesn't work, I will just skip that product and it's not a big deal. But when it's my entire transaction basically that's not working out, like, there's a problem there, especially when I know that I'm following the corporate coupon policy that is posted on their website. If they're going to make up their own rules, I feel like they need to be handing out sheets of their personalized coupon policy, because it is nothing like the corporate one. This video is super long already, so I feel like I should just end it now. I've basically said everything I needed to say. If you guys ever have a problem like this too, that is my general solution. Call corporate, speak to the district manager if it is your overall store manager that you're having a problem with. Otherwise, corporate will get your full store manager to call you if it was a lower end manager or a cashier that you're having a problem with. And if that's not the solution, then you just need to find a different store. It's really not worth continuing to argue every week with the same store. If you have another CVS that's partially nearby, that might be better. So I hope this was helpful for anyone else who's experiencing problems at CVS, and I love you guys so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I promise not all videos are long and tangenty like this, but you guys are really requested this one, so I hoped it lived up to your expectations. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye!